Hi, it's Ashley from AB Sound Advice. Today we're doing a product review of the new Magnat Transpuls 800 active monitors. Now, these are a fantastic speaker. Straight off the bat, they are just absolutely engaging. Been playing in the active market for a long time, and there really hasn't been a lot of competition in this market, and when these came out, I am going wow, straight out of the box. Front ports, 6.5 and a horn tweeter. And I'll just quickly, before we, like always with my reviews, we'll just go through some of the specifications. It's a two-way bass reflex active. We've got the 6.5 mid-range woofer and a 1-inch horn dome tweeter. Obviously, as I said, they're an active pair, and we have 50 RMS with a max of 120, and frequency is 34 to 32 Hz, and the crossover frequency is what have we got there, 3100 Hz, and the operating frequency is between 240 and 2480 MHz. The maximum, the cabinet is a dark wood. It measures out in millimetres by 240 by 385 by 215, and they weigh in around about 7.4 kgs each. So, without further ado, this is the favourite part now. The thing that I absolutely love, we'll just go to the back. This is the back of the powered monitor. I love how we don't have a designated plug. You can cut the length of cable to whatever length suits. We've obviously got a HDMI ARC input, so effectively the volume control can be controlled from your television. We've got a set of RCAs which can be used in line or in phono, which you can see in there close. We've got the volume control, which is here, which you can control to set the maximum output, subwoofer output, an earth terminal if you're going to put a turntable onto this. You've got an auxiliary in, and of course we've also got an optical and Bluetooth. And I've got to say, straight off the bat, they are absolutely fantastic, and I'm just going to turn these around so you guys can see them together. This way we've got one with the grill on, and we have one with the grill off, and we'll just come back from a distance. They are a really great looking speaker. Now, I've also, you would have noticed, I've done a product spotlight where you've actually heard them. I can say, out of all of the powered monitor market, these are really a rocking speaker. There wouldn't be much out there that would give these a run for their money. In this part of the world, they're about 2K for a pair. These really, a lot of people are now changing to 2.1. So effectively, you know, the TV into a pair of monitors with a subwoofer on the ground. The beauty of doing that versus the soundbar, you get that beautiful separation. You can have a traditional pair of speakers running a turntable, Bluetooth for your music, and of course for movies, even without the subwoofer, they're actually really fantastic. So if you want to turn it into if you're predominantly playing music and TV, these will operate perfectly as a standalone, or if you're thinking you need a bit more bass, you can just add a subwoofer, whether you want to add an 8, 10 or a 12. Any of those would be perfect. And for music, the music that, and again, if you haven't heard of Magnat, the Germany company, been around for over 50 years, been making some fantastic products, and these are absolutely sensational. Now, as I said to you before, I mean, at this price point, there really wouldn't be a lot that would come near these. They really are a room-filling sound, but also with the attention to detail. The bass is there. The front ports are great because obviously having the front ports, you're in a position where you're not restricted to a distance between the wall. So you could put these flush against the wall or move them away from the wall depending on what you'd like to do. Certainly makes the placement of these a lot easier. They could be sat on a cabinet, shelf, whatever, you know, they can be used for batches, homes, main lounge rooms, and really it's just endless what these can be used for. And I think the dark wood, you know, if you're not really a fan of woods and you're traditionally a black finish, then I think these would be perfect because they're dark enough that they're really close to black but providing a nice bit of furniture feel to them. And as I said, you can see there with the grill on, and even with the grill off, they really do look sensational. So as I said, if you'd like to find out more information about the Transpulse, the Magnat Transpuls 800As, you can duck onto hifihq.co.nz for New Zealand or hifihq.com.au for Australia, and you will not be disappointed. These are absolutely one of the best power monitors I've heard at this price point. And keeping in mind when I make these statements, I've been in this for 40 years now, and I've always been an audio enthusiast, love what I do, and even today, all these years later, I'm still playing with equipment. And when these first landed, traditionally around the world, these may not even be available. Some countries are only just receiving them now. This is the only set in our part of the world, and we may not see them for a few months, but it's worth talking to your dealer and maybe trying to reserve a set for when they do land. But wow, they just music, the voices, the bass, the attention. It's a very warm and smooth sound with a nice bit of punch to it. And again, you can control that to suit your circumstances. But musical movies, the crossover between the two is just fantastic. And as I said, if you want to really make a cinema out of it, and you really, there's a limit to what a soundbar can do. Getting these in here, you're going to get separation, and with a sub on the ground, you're certainly going to have one amazing setup. I think you'd be quite surprised when you hear them just how much they rock. They're just absolutely sensational. So, as I said, I don't rate things 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, but would I own a pair of these? Absolutely. These are just, they really caught me off guard. That's a lot of sound. And again, if you've experienced any of the Transpulse range, these will not disappoint you. They really are a sensational product. So if you'd like to find out more about this, and you're not in our part of the world, just search up Magnat Transpulse 800 and see if we're in your area they're available. But in our part of the world, just duck onto those two sites I mentioned before. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's product review. And again, thank you for tuning into AB Sound Advice. I do appreciate everybody's support. We're living in some interesting times at the moment, so I'm just trying to provide you guys in a situation where you can see the products, just get a hands-on opinion. I really don't want to go to any more detail. I think even as a been in this for 40 odd years, the owner's manual and specifications really don't mean a lot to me. What does mean a lot to me is what I can hear, and I can tell you from my experience and the sound that I've experienced in my lifetime. These are absolutely sensational. You will not be disappointed. And I tell you what, if you want to impress your mates or all your friends come around and hear these, they're going to be in for a shock. They really are an absolutely sensational speaker. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's product review. And again, I'll see you next time on AB Sound Advice.